This is one of the top reasons why small businesses fail with online marketing. Hey, Booker Fritz here, the man with a plan to help your business make money on demand. And I've been getting super concerned lately with the amount of small businesses that are getting super frustrated with online marketing. And I think there's a pretty easy fix for it. You see, most business owners, they launch their campaign and they get super disappointed when they don't hit their goals. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, who can blame them? But the problem is they typically stop there. And that's a pretty darn big problem. But there's an easy fix for it. You see, 90% of the problems that I come across are related to the customer's journey. Here's 3 ways to simplify your customer's journey to buying what you're selling. Number 1, sell the sizzle, not the steak. I'm sure you've been in a restaurant and you've heard a waiter walk by with a sizzling hot steak. Well, the sizzle is actually what got you to pay attention to it. It's the head turner. You need to focus on the head turners of your products or services, not so much the actual product, but you want to focus on that sizzle. What really is going to make that attractive to your potential customer? What will immediately make your product a head turner? Focus on what solves a problem or brings massive amounts of joy. Number 2, make it easy for them. The more steps your campaign has to reaching your campaign's objective, the less likely your potential customers are going to follow through with that. For example, if you want to generate tons of phone calls to your business, don't screw around and send them to your website or anywhere else. Most modern ad platforms, especially Facebook and Google, have click-to-call ads. Take advantage of that. Go right in for it. Number 3, odds are you know your business inside and out, but that could potentially be destroying your marketing efforts. You see, it's super hard to see the picture when you're in the frame. The goal is to step back, get out of the picture, and think about it the ways that your customers would. You need to focus on what is attractive to your customers. Okay, so if you were selling a car, for example, you wouldn't say car anywhere in your advertising. Don't use the word car, vehicle, anything related to that. You want to focus on things like, for example, it's a family car, top rated, number 1 in safety, great gas mileage, seats 8 people, those type of things. Don't focus on the actual product. This is pretty much just like number 1, sell the sizzle, not the steak, okay? When you're doing this, you're actually forcing yourself to step back a little bit and say, hey, I have a great product, but what is this actually doing for my customers? Why would they even want this? It's so easy to get wrapped up into the technical aspects of what you do and the services that you provide. And to be honest, your customers don't really care as long as whatever you're selling or offering solves a problem or just works. So the key is to really get into the mindset of your customer and step back and use that knowledge to create your campaigns. Use that type of wording that your customers would kind of expect. They're going to be like, oh yeah, that's going to be perfect. That's going to take care of my problem, or that's going to be exactly what I need. You need to focus on those type of things. Too many guys get into the technicals. Nobody cares about that stuff. They only care if the product works and if it's going to bring them joy, if it's going to solve the problem. They only care about those things. How is it going to make them feel? Okay, that's what matters. So you need to focus on that. And a lot of these campaigns for small business owners, we like to get wrapped up into what we do. And it makes sense. It makes perfect sense because we're so passionate about what we do and every aspect of it. We typically only have one mode, and that's on. Okay. But when you go into your marketing, especially your online marketing, you want to try to turn that off a little bit and go back to your roots, right? Go back to connecting with that customer. And that's going to be the key, not just in online marketing, but in all marketing. But I do find a lot of people especially small businesses, when they're just getting into this stuff, they feel like it's confusing enough for them. So once they get something going, they just, okay, let's just push this out there and see if it works. And a lot of times it doesn't work, and then they quit, and then they're done for good. And they just don't believe it anymore. Well, that's a big mistake. You see, companies like me, we go in and we help small business owners figure this stuff out, okay? Now, I can either do that, or I can teach your team how to do it. That's exactly what my company does. And you know what? We're actually taking on a few more private clients now. We're taking on about 5 to 10 new clients, and we're keeping that number small. And the reason for that is that we really like to spend a lot of time with each customer and make sure that we can provide them with the amount of time that it needs for us to truly understand their business and get to know them so we can develop some pretty successful campaigns. So if this sounds like something that you might be interested in, go ahead and go to marketingbooker.com/I'm-ready, and we can get the ball rolling and see if we're a good fit for each other. And like I said, we only work with those companies that we truly believe in ourselves and that we know we can for sure help. So when you apply to this, we go through and we check every company just to make sure that, hey, this is something that will work for you. And hey, if you guys want any advice or anything, shoot us a message as well, and I'll definitely help you out. Leave a comment or, get a hold of me in any way you can. Ask me any questions that you have, and I'll be sure to help you out. Thank you, guys. Bye.